Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Whitney here. Thanks so much for watching. Today I thought that I would just do like a little chit chat get ready with me. It's been a while since I posted one of these, so I thought that I would just have y'all get ready with me and we can do a little chit chat. I have already washed and cleansed and moisturized my face, so now I need to go in with primer. I'm gonna go in with this Makeup Forever Step 1, what is this? Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is the smoothing primer. This is the one that's gonna help to fill in, pores and lines. I'm just gonna take that and first distribute it where I have larger pores, which is by my nose, chin, forehead, cheeks. So for foundation today, I think, let's see, y'all know I like to mix foundations. So today I'm going to go in with my NARS Weightless Luminous Foundation in the color Light 4 Deauville. And I'm going to mix in with that the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation in number 28 Bisque Taupe. I love the finish of this Marc Jacobs foundation. It's very matte. It's very full coverage. But this shade right now is not my color. It's way too dark. So I like to, this is also a full coverage foundation, but this is super liquidy. So I like to mix the two. This one's a little bit thicker. This one's real liquidy. And this one's a little bit lighter, so I like to mix the two, and we'll see what kind of combination we get. Oh my gosh, I'm already putting on foundation, and I totally forgot to cover up these bags underneath my eyes. So I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Corrective Serum, and this is in the color Light Peach 10. And I like to put this right in the hollows of the under eyes. And then I just buff that in with this brush. And this peach color just helps to correct any of those blue or purple dark tones that I have underneath the eye. I like this one from Bobbi Brown because it is a serum corrector, so it's super lightweight, it's not cakey, and it just sinks like right into the skin. But it still gives you the corrective coloring that you're looking for. So even though Bobbi Brown is a pretty expensive brand, and that is a pretty expensive product, I do plan to repurchase it. I was gifted that one in gratis to try. Oh my god, excuse this. So bad. I'm gonna start blending this in. I was gifted that one Bobbi Brown corrector in gratis, but I do plan to repurchase it once I run out because I love the finish that it gives me. The finish. I love the corrective look that it gives. So this actually looks a little dark for me right now. So we're gonna have to, this combination of the NARS and the Marc Jacobs. So I'm going to have to go in with some light concealer to get that color combination corrected. But do you see how full coverage it is? And I barely used any product. This looks terrible on camera, but in person it doesn't look that bad. But on camera I look like a different, a totally different color. So what have you guys been up to lately? I have been like super lazy lately. I haven't been exercising. Oh my god, this color looks terrible. Okay, hopefully it's just the lighting, because in person it doesn't look that bad. I've been super lazy lately, like not exercising, eating whatever I want. It's Mardi Gras season down here in Southern Louisiana, so we've been eating king cake and fried chicken and just, I mean, anything and everything. It's just been one big party for the last couple weekends. So, yeah, let's color correct this situation I have here. So, I'm going to go in with this Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation Concealer. Lock-It Concealer. This is in the color L11 Neutral. I have not tried this. I was gifted this in gratis, so I've heard that this is super full coverage, so I do like the doe foot applicator, so we're going to see. I'm going to start with just a little bit because I don't want to go overboard, but we'll see how this looks under the eyes. This might not give me the brightness that I need. Yeah, this is going to be too dark. So, oh gosh, I'm just going to add in, this is my NYX HD concealer, and I need to add in some of this for some light and brightness. And I'm going to do this on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose. You know, I need to lighten up this foundation because it's too dark. I love, like I said, I love that Marc Jacobs foundation, but it is way too dark for me right now. So just take my beauty blender and blend this in. So anyway, like I said, it's been Mardi Gras season right now, and we've just been having fun, going to parades and partying. We still have work, you know, the city doesn't shut down, so I still have work, but we've been having lots of fun. I have my 3-year-old, well, my 3.5-year-old, he loves parades. Let me know if you guys have ever been down here for Mardi Gras. It's a really fun time in New Orleans for Mardi Gras, so let me know if you guys have ever been, and or if you're down here right now, or if you plan to come down here. I think Mardi Gras is something that everyone should do, like, once in their life. It's like a bucket list item, you know? Okay, so, wow, that Kat Von D concealer, and I know I put the NYX on top of it for some brightness, but that Kat Von D concealer is, wow. I'm really impressed with it. I'll see how it wears throughout the day. But so far, I really like the way that that looks under the eye, and I do think that that helped to balance out the face a little bit. I am going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder to set all my concealer, and I'm going to bake under my eyes just a little bit because I want to make sure that my concealer doesn't go anywhere. So I just load this up on my beauty blender. And I don't do like a heavy bake. I mean, I don't even know how they do that. Let's see. Oh god, I got it in my eye. Oh. FYI, do not get the loose powder in your eye. Oh god, I got it in my eye. Oh, Jesus. I like to dab the powder right into the wrinkles too, so that way the concealer or the the product that's right there doesn't sink into those wrinkles. Cause you know your girl's got wrinkles. They're everywhere. And I know that this translucent powder is like a cult classic, but I find like I have a love-hate relationship with it. Like, it doesn't do for me, like, it's not, I don't find like it's a miracle, you know? Okay, so I just went a little heavy under the eyes with this powder. I've never really baked before, so I just want to see what that does. I'm going to let that sit for a couple of minutes, and we'll see what it does. I feel like I didn't even put as much powder as some people do, but I feel like I put so much. So while I wait for that to set, I'm just going to go in with my, this is the Givenchy pressed powder foundation in the color Elegant Sand 3. I had to repress it because I hit massive pan on it, so I just crushed it up and repressed it. And I don't want to look too powdery today, so I'm just going to go in with this big fluffy brush and set the rest of my face. And with the Marc Jacobs foundation, you really don't need to set it because it does have like a really matte finish. But I'm so oily that I can't go without putting powder on the rest of my face. Like, it's just habit. I have to do it. I'm going to go in with my bronzer. This is the Sephora brand bronzer in the color Honey Heat 01. Right now, this bronzer is on sale on Sephora's website for $11. I highly recommend it if you have medium skin tone like I do. This is what it looks like. It is a baked product. It has half shimmer side, a half matte side. I just swirl my brush in all around, get a little bit of everything, and bronze with it. It just gives a beautiful warmth to the face. And I'm not going to overly bronze because this foundation is already slightly too dark for me. And I just put it right in the hollows of the cheekbones and bring it up to the temples. And then I do bring it down the neck as well because I like to hide the double chins that I have, but also especially right now because we need to get that face matching the neck, and this will help to do that. So that's it. I love this bronzer, and like I said, it's on sale right now at Sephora, so go get it. No, I'm just playing if you want it. To contour, I use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. It is a warm matte bronzer. But that is the reason that I use it to contour, because it is matte. So I just take a little bit of this just to deepen up those hollows of the cheeks. It gives you just enough definition in the cheeks to, they cut. And then in the hairline, because I have a thinner hairline, so this just helps to bring a little bit of shadow and depth to the hairline. And then I don't put like any other product, but I'll just take it right down the nose. Oh, like that. I don't know if that really does anything. You can let me know if you see a difference. But it's just I like to do it. And then of course, you know, the double chins. I don't even know what to talk about with you guys. Like, I love doing chit chat get ready with me's or like get ready with me's, but I feel like I don't know what to talk about. So let me know if you guys have any suggestions on what I can talk about. I'm just gonna talk about life, I guess. So I have that powder in my eye still. Let me go ahead and brush away this bake. Okay, I don't really see a difference. Do you guys see a difference? I mean, it looks good, don't get me wrong, but up close it looks a little dry. I'm not gonna lie. It looks a little dry up close, but in the camera, I feel like it looks pretty good. Alright, next up is gonna be our eyebrows. So I've been doing so good with my 2017 rolling project pan. I'm gonna get ready to film an update on that, and I'm getting ready to do an update on my Pan That palette for the Carly Bible palette. I'm like, for my rolling project pan, I'm doing so good, I feel, but the Pan That palette, like, have you guys ever tried to pan an eyeshadow or pan a palette? It is ridiculously hard. Like, I feel like I use those shadows like every day for work, and I mean, there's progress, of course, but it's so slow, and I feel like it's making me realize like I have enough eyeshadows to last me the rest of my life. Okay, I'm going in with my Hourglass Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil in the color Soft Brunette, and I'm going to fill in these eyebrows. I'm going to do it off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, yay for brows. So after I went in with the Hourglass pencil, I went in with my Anastasia brow powder and to basically like set and give it a little bit more color. If you want a full brow routine, I did do one of those, so I'll try and link it in the description box below, and you can check that out. But yay, brows! Okay, so next we're going to go on to eyes. And I like to prime with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Just the original one. This is my favorite. I have like a ton of tubes of this, so I just dab it on to the eyelid. And I already put my concealer and foundations on my eyelid as well, so they're basically covered as far as like the veining and stuff. But I like to use the eyeshadow primer potion to help prevent creasing, because the concealer and foundation will crease without the eyeshadow primer. And then I set my eyeshadow primer with this single shadow from Wet n Wild in Brulee. And this is just a very ivory toned shadow that helps to set the base, and it gives a really nice clean slate to work on with your other shadows. I haven't decided what kind of eyeshadow look I'm going to do today, but I'm going to work, so it'll be something probably pretty dramatic. Okay, so today I'm going to be working with this palette right here. It's a Kat Von D palette. I don't believe it's being sold anymore, but you can use any eyeshadows that resemble the colors in here. So let me show you. This is what the palette looks like. I absolutely love Kat Von D shadows, and even though it looks like I haven't used this too much, I have played around with this quite a bit. So I'm going to go in first with this brown color as a transition shade into the crease. So I'm just going to place this brown shade into my crease, and this is going to help transition any of those other shadows that we're working with. So when I watch other people's get ready with me's, so like Chit Chat get ready with me's, I feel like they've like written down or like researched or like planned out what they want to talk about while they're doing their Chit Chat get ready with me's. And I just don't do that. I don't have time to do that. But one thing that I always find funny is that they always talk about like what their favorite TV shows are and stuff, like what they're watching, what they're into, what you suggest watching. And I'm a mom of a 3.5-year-old, so like the shows that we watch are like Ninja Turtles and this robot transformer cartoon. We love Paw Patrol, so it's just funny. Like I don't know, I don't have like favorite TV shows. Me and my husband do like watching Grey's Anatomy, but we wait for the entire season to be uploaded like to Netflix or Hulu, and then we will like binge watch the whole season. So other than that, I don't really watch like a ton of TV. We love at nighttime, like after my son's gone to bed, we're in bed, I love watching Big Bang Theory. I could watch those episodes over and over and over and over and over. I love Big Bang Theory. It's like so funny. It's so good. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go in. Oh, real quick, okay? This is the Morphe M433, okay? Now, when I first bought this brush, and this is gonna be a little bit of a rant, okay? Well, first, let me start by saying I actually really like this brush. But I have a little bit of a bone to pick with it. So when I first bought this brush, it was nice and tapered. It was really condensed so that way I could really get into the crease and the outer third. The very first time I washed it, do you see how fluffy it is now? It's almost as fluffy as my, look. This is my fluffy crease brush, and this is the Morphe brush. Like, this is supposed to be more tapered to get into that. The reason that I really like it is because the bristles do not pick up a ton of product and they don't hold on to the product. So when I dip this into a shadow, even though it doesn't look like there's a ton of color or pigment on the brush, when you put it on the eye, all of the shadow goes onto the eye. So I feel like I'm not wasting any product. So I really like the application, but I'm not happy with the way that the bristles frayed out a little bit. And I have 2 of these brushes and it did it on both. They both did the same thing. So that's my little rant about this Morphe brush. So anyway, I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to go into this bright bluish color. And like I said, you can use any shadows that you have that resemble these shades. Now this shadow does have a little bit of shimmer to it. Okay, and look, I'm going to show y'all, like, it looks like I barely picked up any, that was just one swipe across. It looks like I barely picked up any shadow. I'm going to take this all over the lid. And I'm doing this with a fluffy brush because I just want a wash of color, this blue all over the lid. But do you see how, like, all of the pigment went on the lid? And look. There's like hardly anything left on the brush. That's why I do really like this brush. Oh, and let me just give y'all a little warning. If you like to do your eye makeup first, this would be a look to do that with. I'm just not comfortable doing my eyes and then my face. Never really done it, so I'm just super careful when I do shadows like these dark shadows. And just like my video when I worked with purple shadows, with blue shadows, you want to do the same thing as far as small amounts, lots of blending. Blue shadows can be super tricky. So you just want to make sure that you're blending in between each step very well. And you are working and building up the color slowly. So I just dipped back into that blue again. And I'm just putting that all over the lid, and I'm actually dragging it into the crease just a little bit. And with these kind of looks, they look crazy, like up front, like as you're doing it, you're like, oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? And then at the end look, you're like, oh damn, that was pretty good. I'm gonna go into this dark, it looks black on camera, but it's actually a navy blue. And I'm gonna get this on this like fluffy e.l.f. brush, and I'm gonna put this on the outer third. And I'm just going to pat that on right now. Ooh, these are so pigmented. Now that I have that kind of placed, I went a little further on the other side. I'm going to start buffing this like up and out to the wing, like to create like a little corner. And I'm going to buff it inward towards the crease. Just like that. And I'm just gonna blend for like the next hour and then I'll be back. Okay, so now that I've blended, and I did build up the color a little bit more, but I've just blended my life away, and it looks like an atrocious mess, but we're gonna fix it, don't worry. I'm gonna go in with a flat shader brush back into that bright blue color. And I'm gonna pack this from that outer third onto like, because we're trying to blend that blue line, that dark blue line. So we're just going to build this up. Okay. Then we're going to go back in with this brush, no additional product, and we're just going to blend. And you can take this up a little bit. We're just blending these lines. Then we're going to go in with a smaller flat brush, and I'm gonna go into this very shimmery silver color right here, and this color is super pigmented if you're using this palette, so you don't need a ton of it. And we're gonna swipe this from the inner corner to the inner third of the eyelid. And try not to get that into the crease too much because there's a ton of glitter. But do you see how pigmented that is? It's ridiculous. And I'm more patting than swiping I'm just kind of patting the brush. I love this shadow. Okay. We're going to take our flat brush into that blue color again. Really load up the brush. And then we're going to pack it on. And then we're going to have to blend it out again. We're just building up color at this point. We've already laid the base. So now we're just building up the colors to whatever desired color you want. Okay, so now that I've built up the lid with that bright blue and the silver, I'm going to go back in with the Morphe brush and this dark navy blue color. I'm just going to try and get it like right on the tip, and we're going to build up this outer corner. And like I said, with these dark colors, just take your time, light, you know, a little bit at a time. And then I like to lay that base. And then I'm going to go in and blend this upwards so that way we don't have these harsh lines. Okay, so now that we have that outer corner really deep and I have it like flared out because we're going to do a nice wing, I'm going to go back in with this brush and my transition shade. And I'm just going to start buffing out these edges. And this is going to mute out the colors just a little bit, but it's going to bring a blurred effect to the top of those colors. Okay, so I'm blending. I'm mixing this a slight, like I'm just dipping my brush into it, and then I'm going into this navy blue and just dipping my brush into that as well. And I'm going to place this right above the line, that harsh line, and we're just creating a buffer zone. And you can tell now how it looks more of a gradient effect rather than just this harsh blue line across the eye. And I will just continue to blend and add color until I'm satisfied with the final look. And then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've blended my life away again. This whole day has been nothing but blending my life away. But I'm very happy and satisfied with the transition of those shadows up to the brow bone, the inner corner with that shimmery silver tone, and those blues on the outer corner. So I'm happy with this look. I'm going to go in with this pointed fluffy brush. I'm going to go into this main shadow right here. And this I'm going to use... Actually, I'm going to mix this one and this one. And I'm going to use these to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone. And I do like to just run through with that same brush, fluffy brush, and just blend the highlight with the rest of those shadows. So we have to do the lower lash line. I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush. I'm just going to wipe it off. And I'm going to go in with this transition color underneath the lower lash line to create a little bit of a base. I'm going to go in with a mixture of this blue and this bright blue and this navy blue and go on the outer third. And I'm trying to keep this really close to the lash line because I don't want that blue to get too out of hand and blown out underneath the lash line. And then of course I'm going to go in with this nice shimmery tone underneath the lower lash line as well. Right on that inner corner. And that really just helps to keep that inner corner nice and bright. I'm going to go in with some liquid liner. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. I'm going to do a nice wing. Can't do it on camera. It'll look crazy. But I'll be right back. Alright, that went on pretty smooth. We got some wing liner. Gonna go in with my Makeup Forever eye kohl. We're gonna waterline and tightline. Oh geez. I'm also going to put on some false lashes. These are the Sephora lashes number 33 Fierce. I'm going to go ahead and pop those on, and BRB. Alright, so I went ahead with those lashes. They gave me quite a bit of trouble going on, but I think they look nice, and I went in with some MAC Extended Play Lash on the lower lash line and on the upper lashes to blend those with the false lashes. Let's go ahead and finish this face. I'm actually going to go in with this little sample blush called Frat Boy from The Balm. I've just been using this and really liking it with most looks. It just gives me like a natural blush to the face. Because I have such a bold eye going on, I don't really need anything too crazy on the face. It's just a really nice like rosy tone. It's perfect. And now we need to highlight. So let's see. I got this little Becca Duo, or like this little travel size Becca pressed highlight in the shade Moonstone. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use this one. There's a reason I haven't used it. I have the same Moonstone highlighter in this Becca Afterglow palette, and this is the one that I use. It's right here. And I do want to glow, so we're just going to layer this on. These Becca highlighters are some of my absolute favorites. They layer very well, and they blend into the skin so beautifully. Oh, I just love it. Oh, I love it. Okay, lastly for the lips. Actually, I'm going to go super nude with the lips. I'm going to go in with this liquid lipstick from Stila in the shade Carmelo. Okay, so I first went in with the Stila in Carmelo, but then it was a little too nude for me, so I went in with the Smashbox in Steppin' Out, and that gave it a little more brown tone, because this one is super nude on me, the Stila Carmelo. So, let's go ahead and spritz the face. Urban Decay All Nighter, you know. And that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Click the subscribe button if you like this video, and you can catch all my future videos. I hope you like this look, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye.